Hello, I'm Ngaire McDiarmid for Australia's Mining Monthly. Thanks for joining us for the first in a three-part series with Hexagon, a global leader in precision technologies. I'm here with three experts, and in this conversation, we're going to be looking at the role technology plays in driving operational excellence, specifically in predictive maintenance. I'd like to welcome Paul Thornberry from Hexagon, James Kornweibel from Deloitte, and Chen from Iluka Resources. Now, Paul, if we start with you, let's look at predictive maintenance. What are the benefits that this can bring to mining operations?
Well, the benefits that be brought to mining operations are the same benefits that can be brought to any, 24-hour process-driven operation. The idea that, first of all, you have maintenance within a system that you have planned, maintenance, so you know in a certain amount of time we're going to replace that piece of equipment, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We also have breaks down that happen on the spot, and we respond to that straight away. And in between all that, we have systems for predictive maintenance. So by monitoring your systems, by monitoring your equipment, and following the trend lines of their efficiency, we can predict, as the name suggests, that this piece of equipment is coming to the point in its life where either some maintenance or replacement needs to be done. And by knowing that 2, 3, 4 weeks in advance, you can avoid some catastrophic or not so catastrophic breakdowns and improve the efficiency and the continuation of your productivity. And that's where the benefit comes in for the mining industry.
Well, Chung, with your operational experience, can you give us an example perhaps of an information system in use at Iluka and how it supports operations?
Yes, certainly. So at Iluka Resources, we've got our SCADA systems through Honeywell, integrated controls and safety system there. And what that does is it sort of tracks wherever we've got measure points in terms of, whether a piece of a circuit within the plant is actually performing as it's supposed to. Hence, then we will be able to control the behavior of the plant and ensure optimum recovery for the products that we produce, given the variability of the feed that we'll get. Other industries or other companies, they will have sort of systems to improve efficiency, such as dispatch systems, such as MineStar. This was back in my days at FMG. And that's to ensure that, the right trucks would be dispatched to the right diggers so that you gain maximum efficiency and reduce downtime.
Well, there's a few systems that you've mentioned there, Chung, but James, I'm interested to hear what you see as some of the challenges that miners can face in introducing these systems.
Yeah, no doubt. The integration of the systems is key. Obviously, from your sensors to your historian data, and then interpreting and gaining the insights from that. But ultimately, then it needs to then flow into your asset management systems to plan and execute the work that's been identified. I think some of the challenges that you've got is also not only the system side of things, but it's the underlying management system of the organisation, where major maintenance activities do occur during shutdowns, and the planning cycle for shutdowns is somewhere can be within years, but often 6 to 3 months leading up to the shut. And so one of the challenges around, well, how do we take advantage of the predictive maintenance and the insights that we're getting? How do we then take that information and then actually and act on it in a timely manner within the management system of the organisation?
And in a more specific example, perhaps operationally, Chung, how can this also work in terms of plant maintenance?
Yeah, so with our SCADA systems, when the process controller sees something that's going off specifications, for example, then they can flag the maintenance team to go out there and fix something. Now, different companies are going to be on different journeys in terms of maturity of systems. So I guess this team is using human versus a machine, or as you sort of mature in your systems and you start leveraging automation, this is where you can then harness that predictive maintenance capability that James and Paul highlighted. So at Iluka, we're still sort of leveraging humans to identify trends, to then identify, well, when things going wrong in the plant, go out there, identify what's the root cause, attempt to fix the process plant, and then get that back on track. So a lot of these systems help with enabling the business to make good data-driven decisions and take out bias from people who have been there a long time in the plant and believe that the plant will operate a certain way. But having the data and having a trend, and indeed, as you sort of mature in your systems, having that unbiased approach and concrete data-driven decisions is going to produce a better outcome for the organization.
Paul, did you want to add some final thoughts?
Yeah, just to reiterate what Chung has just said there as well. I mean, it's the idea of the movement between that use of existing manpower and people. Some people have been in the mine side of the for the last 5 or 10 years. They have certain ideas about the way things are working, and it's based initially on a hunch, or because this is the way we did it last time. And then, but if we have the predictive maintenance systems in, not only do you see it that little bit earlier, like the operator might see it on the day or the day before, but the predictive maintenance systems should be able to tell you by trends a week, 2, 3 weeks, maybe a month before. And then you're operating on data as opposed to a human intuition. You're actually adding to that experience of the human person with the actual raw data. And that's basically what we're trying to achieve here.
Well, thank you for your time, and I hope you can join us for our next episode where we're looking at knowledge management and just how critical that is becoming.